Welcome to 31 Days of Zen, the October project, STAR of SHREE. I'm Sandhya Manne. I'm an artist and a Certified Zentangle Teacher. In this channel, we talk about creating and practicing Zentangle, my own Zentangle-inspired artworks and collectibles. Make sure you hit that like button and subscribe to this channel so you do not miss out on any videos that I post here every day throughout this month of October. So it is day 3 today, and I am using string number 3 from the template of STAR of SHREE. So to get started on this fun project, all you need to do is log on to www.sandhyamannestudio.com/star of SHREE, and when you log in there, you can make a payment and get this template PDF instantly. And so we will be using the strings from that PDF for our project. So today I will be using my white square tile that has day 3 string on it, and I'll be using my black pen, brown pen, white cherry gold pen, and other fun things for this project. So let's get started on to tangling now. Okay, so let's get started. It's day 3 and I have my style ready with the string drawn out of this template, day 3. So I have it all set here. Like I said, my tile is slightly, the square here, this is slightly smaller than my tile, so I've made it that way so we can fit in properly. So for today's session, I will be using 01 black micron, 01 brown micron, 10 jelly roll pen, pencil, white charcoal pencil, and the stubs, and I will be using my black paint. So I'm using a chalk paint. You can use maybe an acrylic black. I wouldn't recommend watercolor black because that won't give a very solid finish like the way we want here. So it's a very solid finish, right? So that would come only with a chalk or acrylic. Acrylic works good too. So those two are good options. I'm not very sure about the watercolor black. Okay, so let's get started. So first thing first, I am going to ink these pencil lines, right? So go ahead, take your time and ink them like that. Go slow. So I'm using 01 black micron, and we will be working with this like that. Okay, if this connects, that's actually good. So if you can make it connect, that's fine. If not, that's fine too. Okay, and I suggest make your pencil lines really light. This one is made dark, but I would suggest make it lighter. Okay, in fact, go slow with your lines. Okay. So the second thing that we do is we are going to use our pencil and make gentle aura lines right next to the black pen lines. Okay, so I'm only making it this way. I'm not making it this way. So only next to the black lines. Okay, so we go ahead and do that. Okay, so here we are done. Now in this section we are going to add our chalk paint. Okay, so I'm going to add the black there, so this will be a continuation like this, right? So it comes like this, and then just giving you a sneak peek of how this is turning out. So we are going to continue the black here. Okay, so let's go ahead, do that. So here it is. So I just wet my brush, not too much water, but I've just wet the brush, and I'm using this chalk paint to add. So we're going to work in this section, right? So I like to work with my flat brush. I think I mentioned it, but it's really easy to manipulate with this. Okay, so I'm going to let this dry, and then we shall start with our pen work. Okay, so let's get started. So I'm going to first finish off this section. So I'm using my 10 jelly roll. Now I want to have continue with the emangle onto the second onto the style as well. So we're going to continue maybe 2 of these. So let's get started. Use my scrap tile to initiate my pen. So something like this. Okay, and we shall continue. Okay, and here we are going to do vertigog. So I'm going to pull out a stem like that. Okay, let's go slow. Okay, now I'm going to go the other way. So I'm going ahead with the second layer. I think I don't have much room, so I'm going to end it here. And maybe this would lead on to the next tile. So like that, okay? So now I'm going to work in this section. So this is going to be brown. So this is in continuation, right? So this is going to be in brown. So now, again, I'm going to kind of continue this here as well. So I'm just going to do one of this, and then we'll start with the other tangle. So let's go ahead, work this way. Okay, and here I'm just going to pull out a line here like that, and here we are going to do this tangle called shattuck. So I start with half circle and kind of aura that, make about 5 lines here. Now I start from the top, and we do the same thing, 3, 4, 5. Now I start from the bottom, so we alternate between top and bottom. Now I start from the top, and I think with this we kind of end. So I'm just going to make some circles here. Okay. Then I'm going to go back in and add brown. So I'm working with a brown pen, right? So I'm just going to go ahead and fill the first section of shattuck like that. Okay, so this is all good. So again, trying to kind of pull the triangle here for continuation. So I have over here made these stems that come out onto the other side, and we are now going to add some fixed tea here. Okay, just for our just for some continuity. Okay, so now here I'm going to do this tangle called NX. It's a beautiful triangle, so I start off making these petal shapes like this, and we go about adding them like this. So more like a rice bead, rice pod shape. Okay, so I'm then going ahead and auraing this. Okay, and so here we are going to add in some circles. Sorry, I'm jumping off to my day 2 tile, but I just wanted to finish this here, and I'm going to continue the same thing, the circles, to give it a finish. And of course we're going to fill the inner part of Rixty with black. Okay, so I'm just making sure I'm filling all these tiny sections with circles, the tipple. Okay, now here I'm going to do this tangle called jetties. So I'm going to add circles. This tangle is a beautiful tangle, so we start off with circles. Tightly packed. Okay, so inside jetties we can do a lot of fun things. So I am just making these bands. Initially I like to just have some bands and then figure out what to add in those, but go ahead and add these bands, and we can, depending upon how much space you have, we can add some really cool things. Okay, so I'll just go around and make sure everything is filled in. So yeah, this section is done. Now this is also going to be black, same thing. So let's see what can be added here. I think I want to do the vertigo here and some, maybe, yeah, let's do the vertigo. So I'm going to pull this out like this. Okay, so I am adding on more of these petals, and let's see, I'm changing the direction now. Okay, I'm going to add some circles in between to make it more interesting. We could do that here as well, but then you know, with a white pen you have to be very careful about how much white you want it to look like. So I'm not going to do anything there. Instead, I'm adding the circles here. Okay, and here I am going to make jetties. Okay, so it's going to be half done here, and that's fine. And we are going to add the band here, and we might continue this on to the other tiles tomorrow. Okay. Well, yeah, so I'm just going to go back in and check for any of these white spots and fill them up with solid black, and there it is, all done, this section. Okay, so now here we will be working with brown pen. Okay, and I'm going to continue with you know, the index and maybe some I don't know, let's see, shatak or jetties. We'll see how that goes. So right now I'm just going to add the rice pod shapes. So I'm going to continue the circles here and maybe do some shatak here. Let's see. So I'm going to start with circles. Okay, so I'm going to add one more tiny index here, and then we shall add shatak. Okay. Now here I'm going to go ahead and start with shatak. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and add the brown in the innermost section. Okay. So now this section is also brown. So here I am going to add just circles, or maybe jetties. Okay, so we'll just add some of that here. Okay, and leave that. Now here it's going to be again black. Okay, so we will be using our chalk paint to add black in this section as well. I know it's not going to make any sense right now today, but it's all part of the big plan, so let's just play along. So let's just go ahead and add black here. I think I got a lot on my brush, but that should be fine. Okay, so go ahead and add black in this section too. Okay, so I've added the black, and I'm going to let this dry a couple of minutes before we get started. So while that dries, I just want to go back and kind of make sure I fill all of these sections properly. Okay. Okay, so just gonna wait for this to dry and then we can get started. Okay, so this is all dried up, and I'm using my 10 jelly roll, and here I am going to do our jetties. Okay, so let's go ahead and do that. Okay, so let's see. Okay. Okay, so here we are done with our day 3 project. Now let's get to shading. So I'm just going to wait for a couple of minutes for this to dry completely before we start with the shading. Okay, so I'm going to start with my black pencil, my graphite punch pencil. So let's just add and along this, remember we made that pencil line, so I'm just going along that. Okay, so let's just blend this gently. so let's continue with our shading. So I'm not really, shading with tangle wise. So we are shading the entire section. So it's more like section shading than individual tangle shading. Okay, I hope this is dry. Okay, it's just that only for this tangle because it creates a beautiful effect. I'm just going to add the white charcoal pencil and just blend it here. See how it creates a beautiful effect. So there it is, all done. Now let's journal this. Okay, so this is day 3 and of Star of Shree, October project 2024. So we start with we started off with vertigo, and then we added shatak, then we added mix, and we added, the last one was jetties. Okay, and let me put our signature here because we are not really signing our tile yet. So it is all done. Ta-da! Let's put all of this together. I really can't wait to have this all done for collage. It's going to look like this. So it's all building up. Okay. Hope you had fun on this project with me. I would love to see your creations. So head on to our Facebook group Zenbeez, where all the after party fun happens. Share your creations there and check out the works by other Zenbeez. If you're sharing your works on social media, then please do tag me at SANDHYA MANNE or hashtag STAR of SHREE. And so I get to see your lovely works and I do stop by to comment. A quick note, these projects and these videos are for your personal use and no part of this can be used for any kind of commercial purposes. To understand the Zentangle method and to get started on your own journey, check out my website www.sandhyamannestudio.com for classes, courses and workshops. And if you're just getting started, I highly recommend you start with my beginners workshop, which is called the Fundamentals of Zentangle. So all of this is on my website, so you can get started from there. Okay, so now it's time to comment. Please comment and let me know how you enjoyed this project because that really helps me plan out my next set of videos. Also, it's time to show some love, so hit that like button, share the video and subscribe to the channel. To join us on this project, Star of Shree, the October project, log on to www.sandhyamannestudio.com for /Star of Shree. So that is the link. So go in there and sign up to get started. Okay, then I shall see you tomorrow with another project. Until then, remember to breathe and smile. See ya. Namaste.